We're here on the Celebrity Edge in Stateroom 7214, which is on the 7th deck, room number 214. We're going to do a little room tour. So as soon as you come in on the left, the first thing you'll notice, there's the room control panel, and it's kind of like a smart home that you have, besides just a thermostat, you have light presets, and you have the ability to close blinds, and you have these settings down here, which are kind of like scenes in a smart home. So from here, you can very easily close the blinds, which you can see over there at the window. In one touch, you can close them. So it's really nice to be able to do this from here. Otherwise, you've got to stand all the way over there and push the button and hold it down. So these are different modes you can change the lighting into: morning, movie, evening, and sleep. So the evening mode and the sleep mode will turn the lights down dim and give you some time to get into a position like to go into bed if you're going to for sleep. And then these switches down here control the bathroom and also some of the other lights around in this area. So right here to the left is the bathroom. So if you come inside, it's a fairly decent sized bathroom for a cruise ship, I feel like. You know, a nice sized countertop and a good shower. One tip I would recommend about the shower is make sure that this is pointed down. Make sure that the shower head's pointed down before you turn it on, because a couple times we turned it on and it was pointed at the door and then the water goes all over the floor. So make sure that's pointed down, and there's a knob on the right here that controls the water pressure. The one on the left is a temperature knob, so you can set the temperature beforehand and then turn it on and warm it up. It comes with your shampoo, conditioner, shower gel already stocked in there, and then there's a place to put your stuff. Toilets over here, and then one thing we didn't find out until several days into the cruise, this is a really good tip, is there's actually a drawer here, kind of hidden below, and it has a hairdryer in it. So if you're looking for the hairdryer, it's in this hidden drawer below the sink in the bathroom. All right, let's come back out here. And just to the left of the bathroom, you have some really cool storage. So this opens both ways, and it's really good, we found, for shoes, but you could store really anything in here. But we found this been great for shoes since we've been on the cruise. And it holds quite a bit of stuff. You can open it independently just like this, or you can open the whole thing. If you come on around this way, there's more storage here. The main closet, it has your safe, it has 3 drawers, and it comes with quite a few hangers and goes kind of far back. I mean, we have a lot of clothes in here, and didn't really have any trouble putting the clothes in here that we needed for the trip.
Also, it comes with robes.
Comes with the robes, yes. And
they're hanging in the closet, but right now
yeah, here's one of them here.
Yeah,
they're
really, really soft.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna close this up, turn that light off there. You can turn these lights off here, and that turns off this, the lights above the bed, the light above the couch. I think that's it. I think that's all that turns off. Let's see. You can turn them on like that. There's a little bit of storage over here beside the bed, and then each of these has its own little push button. These are also controlled by the touchscreen over there I showed you, so you can leave them on if you want to turn them off at night. You can independently. It's pretty nice. And then obviously there's the bed. This will split into 2 twins if you ask them to do it. We obviously didn't do that, but we talked to some other folks who did, and we saw them, and you get about a foot of space in between. So it's pretty tight if you want to do the twin beds. TV over here. It's really cool. It's, you know, it's welcoming us. This is very intelligent TV and system. It has some videos you can watch on demand, and you can actually stream if you buy the upgraded internet package. I think they call it the Accelerate internet package. You can stream, say, Netflix using AirPlay from your phone straight to the TV. So you don't have to have an app on here. You can stream things from that straight over to the TV. There's also some navigational stuff you'll find on here, where you're located, kind of where you're headed, and then there's an outside of the front of the ship view of a live stream of a camera there. So over here on the other side of the bed, we have more storage, the phone, and then, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a plug here, and there's 2 USB ports, which is really nice. If you forget your charger, don't worry. There are 2 ports right here by the bed, and there's 2 more that I'll cover in a little bit. Also, there's this cool little, I don't know, stool storage thing. So this is actually kind of like more hidden storage. If you need to put something in there, I don't know what, but you've at least got the option. So moving on over to this part of the room, there's a desk, and this is another thing we didn't find out until probably 2 or 3 days in the cruise is Ann was looking for a full-length mirror, and I looked down and noticed there was a mirror below this. So we realized that this actually slides in, and you have a full-length mirror in place of the desk. And then you can slide this back out. The light switch for this isn't in the most conspicuous location, but it's this little black button right here that lights up the lighting all the way around the mirror. And then next to that is the fridge, which comes stocked as a mini bar. So they have alcohol in there, and it has a keypad, so if you got kids, you don't want them messing in there, or you want to lock it up, you can. We had them take this stuff out because we had this full of water, so we were going and putting water in here whenever we would get one from the bar downstairs, and they were happy to take that out, no problem. The stateroom attendant removed that right away. And then over here on top of the fridge, you have this little box, and inside is a 220 volt outlet, 110 volt outlets, and 2 more USB ports. So you have 4 USB ports in the room. And again, so that way if you forget your charger, you can just use those. And if you are European, or for some reason like using European plugs, you can do that here too. Next to that, dresser with a lamp. Again, it has its own little switch. And then 3 drawers. Couch over here. And then we move out to the Infinite Veranda. This is the Infinite Veranda room. And it's different in that there's no door separating fixed wall here separating the room from the balcony. So you can actually shut this off if you wanted to. So these doors both just slide like this and snap into place. This door does the same thing. And then you use this handle to pull it back open. So if for some reason you wanted some privacy separation from the room, or you wanted to keep this window down and keep the air conditioning on, I think that there's a switch, I haven't checked, but you can do that. Normally when you roll this window down, the air conditioning in the room turns off, and then when you roll it down and close it, it turns back on. So this is the roll down window in the Infinite Veranda room. There's a light switch over here for the balcony, and then you have the controls here. The first 2 sets of buttons won't do anything, well, unless I move, right? So that is your blind, but as soon as I take my finger off, it stops. So that's why I was saying the control panel over by the door is great, because you can just touch it and it rolls it all the way up for you. This is these 2 buttons control the window, and it takes about, I've timed it, it takes about 30 seconds for it to roll all the way down and up. So it's not the fastest process. So another tip, if you're gonna leave for the day, this window has to be up. So you need to give yourself an extra minute to get over here, roll the window up, and then get out of the room. It's really nice once it's open. It kind of opens up to the whole room, the outside, and you still have the glass down here. So it's this really cool concept. It seems to have had some mixed reviews, but we liked it a lot. We thought it was really nice. Another tip to watch out for as you're rolling this up. I had a tendency as I'm standing here, kind of do this, and as soon as you put your hand over here, there's actually a little sensor here and up here, and if you put your hand in front of that sensor along here, it will stop the window. So just be aware of that. If it does stop when you're rolling it up, that's probably why. Another thing to note about these, I have read some people say, and it does say in the information about the room, that these windows can be a lot rolled up and locked remotely from the bridge. So we had this happen one time on a 7-day cruise. It was when we were in port in St. Martin, and it started pouring rain. So I was actually in the room, and the window rolled itself up, and then the button didn't work. So it only stayed that way for maybe 15 minutes. I've heard other people say, or read online, other people saying it was locked on and off throughout the cruise. I don't know why that'd be the case. We haven't had that issue at all. And the only time, like I said, was when it started absolutely pouring rain for those 15 minutes or so in St. Martin. Another tip that I thought might be really useful that we figured out a couple days in, the 2 internet packages on the ship. There's kind of a basic package, and then there's the more expensive package. The more expensive package, they say, will let you do things like FaceTime, Skype, WhatsApp calls, video calls, right? Without that package, you can't do those things. You can't do voice over IP video calls with the basic internet package. However, we figured out a workaround. You can actually use Snapchat voice and video calls on the basic internet package. So if you're only looking to buy the basic package to save, it's probably at least $100 per device on the cruise. So we bought this for one device, and then you can share the connectivity between all the devices. They just each have to log on independently. You can use Snapchat to do voice and video calls with your family back home or friends back home very easily. You can also update anything. The guy in the lounge said, you can't send pictures, you can't do that. I've been updating Instagram all week. We've been looking at, actually I think YouTube still works. So the basic internet package, unless you want to stream Netflix and maybe Hulu, and maybe you want the faster speed, we've had pretty good success with the basic internet package. So hopefully this was a helpful tour. If you come on the ship, the Infinite Veranda room, this is what it looks like. So enjoy, and hopefully this was helpful.